Despite prodding from former President Trump and nearly 2 days of voting and deliberations, there is still no Speaker of the House. A sixth vote is underway as no candidate has been able to get the 218 votes needed to win the seat. Senior columnist Rick Newman here with more. Kevin McCarthy or Kevin McAllister from Home Alone, I'm not sure, but this appears to be the Knives Out third installment. They beat Netflix to the punch. What's going on here?
Oh, Knives Out ended way sooner than this is going to end, and with less drama. So McCarthy, 20 of the most right-wing Republicans are just basically flailing away at McCarthy. That's what's going on right now. They're not persuadable, it seems. There are things that McCarthy, in theory, could offer in order to get their votes, but that would be unacceptable to people in the middle. So this is basically a null set. It appears that McCarthy cannot win this. However, it also appears that he's not ready to throw in the towel and let somebody else step in. And meanwhile, nobody else can get enough votes to do this. I mean, the one person who's gotten the most votes in every tally overall is the Democratic leader, Hakeem Jeffries.
That's remarkable.
So if Hakeem Jeffries got an extra, I think, 6 votes, he would be the speaker. Now, he's not going to get those 6 votes. And so the question, obviously, is how is this going to end? And I honestly don't know. I mean, so the latest reporting is that somebody such as Rep. Steve Scalise, who is he's pretty conservative, and he hasn't alienated the far right 20, the 20 rabid Republicans. Some call them the Taliban 20 because they're sort of so extreme within the Republican Party. He hasn't alienated them the way McCarthy has, so he could, I guess, if McCarthy is willing to say, sure, you step in and you become the leading candidate, you see if you can get this job. But he would still have to get all the moderate votes within the Republican caucus. It does not appear that Democrats are going to give any Republican any votes. So Democrats are not going to give them a way out. Well, they could.
Oh, they're going to give them as much rope as they want.
Absolutely. And they're also, there's also reporting that what Democrats are saying, we will give McCarthy, we could scrounge up 10 votes for him if he would let us have a ton of control over who the committee chairs are, let us have a lot of control over how the money gets spent, guarantee we're going to extend the federal borrowing limit, like essentially do all these things that would cost McCarthy even more votes among Republicans. So the record for number of votes it takes to get a House Speaker, I think, is 133 votes. Wow. At some point in the 1800s, and that went on for 2 months. So are these guys going to set the record for the most absurd control of House in the history of Congress? Possible.
Rick, what do you think this really tells us just about where the GOP is today? Yeah. So much divisiveness just within their own party, obviously policy implications like we talked about yesterday, and it seems like we're even further away from a possible speaker than we were 24 hours ago.
So let me give you 3 quick things, I think. First of all, Trump weighed in on this morning. We've already forgotten about this because guess how much effect Trump had on this outcome? Absolutely zero. He said, everybody get behind McCarthy. He couldn't even scrounge McCarthy the extra. I think he needs 6 votes. He needed to flip 6 of these.
He didn't even move Matt Gaetz.
No, he didn't move any of them. So Trump looks like a big nothing burger even within his own party and even among the Trumpiest people within the Republican Party. So I think you can conclude Trump's power is waning big time. Second, is this what Republicans have to offer in terms of their management style and their leadership? If it is, it's pathetic. I don't know how they're going to do much better once they actually get a speaker and they have to start making some decisions, because the same dynamics will apply, which is you're going to have these 20 or so bomb throwers who will be able to scuttle any Republican vote they want. And the third is, what is the message Republicans are going to be now sending to voters with regard to 2020? Vote for us if you want chaos and mayhem? That's what it looks like. And I don't see any sort of mechanism that will impose discipline on the House Republicans during the next 2 years to change that. So I think Democrats are absolutely gleeful. This is almost better for Democrats than if they had actually retained control of Congress.
Certainly is remarkable. It's hard to wrap your head
It's a great point.
around all of this. Rick, thanks so much.